In this activity, we'll do a practical investigation using the Analog Discovery 3 device. As you can see here, I've already built a simple RC high-pass filter. It's the exact same filter that we used in the previous experiment that involved the Analog Discovery 3 device. So in this experiment, we are going to measure its frequency response. Basically, it's something that you've done as well, and I've shown you how to do it previously. But the new thing here is it will generate a phasor plot based on data that will collect from this filter using the Analog Discovery 3. So I'm going to collect the data, I'll store the data in a CSV file, and then I'll pass the data in a Python script, which then will generate an animated phasor plot, which is pretty cool. All right. So let's begin. Just really quickly about this filter. I've got a capacitor, which is 100 nanofarads, and a 2 kilo ohm resistor. That's pretty much it. I've connected the signal generator, this cable here, via the BNC connector. Just going to show you right here. Actually, just going to zoom out a little so you can take a better look. So here is the input that goes into the capacitor. So the input of the capacitor right there. And then I'm measuring that input via the yellow probe, which is going into the first channel of the oscilloscope. And then the second channel of the oscilloscope, the red probe, picks up the output from the junction between the capacitor and the resistor. It's exactly what we did in the last time we did an experiment with the Analog Discovery 3 device. Okay, now that we've done that, I'm going to go to the waveforms application, and I'm going to go into the network app. And as you can see here, I've got a start at 100 hertz. I'm going to go all the way up to 100 kilohertz. I'm going to have a little bit of detail in here. So I've gone for 201 steps, which gives me about 66 points per decade. And these are my configurations for the source, the mode, and I'm actually going to change the amplitude to 2 volts. We don't need to go too much with the amplitude. Logarithmic scale. All right, so all that is set, I'm just going to go for a single run because I just want to now generate the data. So the data is getting collected. I'm going to have 200 points altogether, or 201 points. So there's the Bode plots, amplitude on top, and the phase on the bottom. And that's it. Now I'm going to export the data in a CSV file. So I'm going to go to File, Export, and there's the data. You can see the CSV file, and there's also the header that will also be exported along with the CSV file. But I'm going to put it all together, and the Python script will be able to ignore all this and then just use the CSV data below. I'll save that. I'm not going to do it now because I've already saved the data right there. So I'm just going to cancel out of that. Okay, now that I have my data, I'm just going to show you what it looks like. All right, so here is the data that came out of the Analog Discovery 2. You can see the header here, and then you can see the measurements. So we've got the frequency, channel 1 magnitude, the channel 2 magnitude, and then what's interesting here is the channel 2 phase. Actually, the channel 2 magnitude and phase are both interesting. These are the numbers now that I'm going to get through this script, which will visualize it. So let me show you what that looks like. All right, here it is. So there's the values that are getting used up to create the phases, the individual phases. And then as the phases succeed one another, they leave the trace behind. And basically this demonstrates the behavior of this particular filter for this particular set of measurements from the 10 hertz to the 100 kilohertz. And that's the top end, that the highest frequency measured. That's the lowest frequency. I can put the two aside so you can see how the values are displayed. So I hope that you found this interesting, and I find that the fact that you can export real data from filters and then use them to create a Phasor animation like this, in addition, of course, to the Bode plots, is very useful. So feel free to, if you have access to a device like the Analog Discovery or something similar, and many oscilloscopes should be able to do that as well, just pass them through the oscilloscope, extract the necessary data like this, and then generate the Bode plot using this Python script.